Ryan Garcia versus Devin the Dream Haney is about to go down. We are about to get directly into a serious call in the fight situation that will benefit you greatly because we're going to give you some of the insight, the most important things about what happens in a fight round by round. Now, am I going to show you the fight? Absolutely not. I appreciate my account too much, but I'm going to do something unique. And we're going to have special conversations from people like Teddy Atlas, Stephen A, and the real fight doctor. You're going to get the opportunity now to go deeper inside of what boxing truly is. And this is 4 decades and 134 years of compounded knowledge. It's going to go directly into your brain. So let's get ready to get it popping on Eric A. Bradley Live, aka this is about to go down round by round with the real fight doctor. Let's get it popping. Now, right now, what's going on in the game is the fight has began. I mean, the fight hadn't begun. So as the fight gets closer, what we're going to do is the last probably 15 minutes before the guys are coming out, we're going to entertain you and let you kind of see what's been going on over the past course of this past just 2 days. But what we're going to do is kind of preface this conversation so you're really clear on what you will be watching when you hear about this. And tomorrow you'll know a lot more. And there are a lot of you. I'm not crazy. There are people who are professional who's been doing this for a long time. But it's also good to find other people's perspective who also have a lot of experience and who know this game inside and out. And I'm third generation. I'm not some guy who is just talking this thing. 30 books written, over 40 camps, advisor, tactician. I've wrestled, I've fought, I've done so many different things when I was coming up to develop the actual dexterity. Coached in the NFL, did everything that's relevant. NFL Hall of Fame family members, coaching Hall of Fame boxing family members, and real love and passion for the game from day one. And so today we're going to really get into it. So, as we go into it, the first thing I'm going to share with you is basically what are the things that you're going to learn. First, you're going to learn how many different categories and scenarios that it is in boxing. So, I'm going to be really grateful to share this with you and for you to see exactly what it takes when you're boxing and you're learning how to make it make sense to you. Because I know you probably are like, so often I watch boxing and I don't know exactly what's going on. But we're gonna make that make sense to you. So make sure you chime in and let me know exactly where you're watching from because this is live and we're gonna break down right now the phases of boxing and we're gonna make sure that you understand the two types of boxers and you're gonna learn exactly what it takes to do a matchup, a style. And this is going to be crazy. So I know I'll have people coming in from YouTube thinking that I'm going to blow my account. Let me see what my people are talking about right here. This is my job. Back at you, champ. We got my man Jeffrey in the building, and make sure you let me know exactly where is it that you're watching from. And I got to go ahead and get my Instagrammers on board. Matter of fact, let me go over here to TikTok. Y'all just give me a second because when I break this fight down, it's going to be broken like you've never heard it broken before. And like I said, I know there are other people that are experienced, and I've walked into many of those rooms before and where people thought that they had all that experience and then they realized there's levels and I'm going to bring you levels today. You know, I got the boxing dictionary. Not a lot of people can say I own the boxing dictionary. Over 30 books written, novels, real stuff, breakdown. It's the encyclopedia, and I've done it 30 times over. So you do the math. Who will you trust with your life? Who will you trust with your son's life? And that's who's about to talk to you on this microphone. Because pound for pound, I believe you love this sport. And pound for pound, I believe you're about to learn something about boxing that's going to shoot you up 25% higher than you already were. So let's get it popping. And let me go ahead and type in this. Uh, and then I had to go put this up here before I go live with my people here, because I want everybody to really get an opportunity to learn some things that you may not have learned. Now, as I go in, I'm going to show you a clip of some of the recent conversations, but then after that, I'm going to break down to you the 4 phases of boxing and the 2 types of fighters, so that when we bring what we're going to do, we're going to have what we call context sections. And the context sections are going to be where you learn more about what the vocabulary that you're listening to. So the context section is going to really bring it full circle to you. And it's going to make everything that you hear make sense. And scenarios. There are 12 scenarios in boxing, only 12 scenarios. All right. And that's going to make sense to you in a minute. So I appreciate you, Jeffrey. And I see my man. What's going on? Ryan looking nervous. Ryan wore a shirt tonight that said, Devin Haney will die. And on the back here, RIP Devin Haney, 1999 to 2024. There's certain antics that just, across the line. That's kind of one of them. I don't talk that way because words have power. But what we're going to do right now is, first thing I'm going to do before this fight begins, thank you for watching and taking the time, because I don't take it lightly that you chose us. Even though we make sure that we give you the most thorough breakdowns that you could possibly ever imagine, it's not because of me, and I'm not humble bragging. What it is because sometimes when you're born, you get something. And if you use that something, it can manifest everything else. And my encouragement to you is to always manifest what you got. Take your gift and manifest it by active action. Be persistent with your action and don't make excuses. Always get up and go after what you want. All right. So, with that being said, I'm going to give you a breakdown. Before we get going, is what are the actual 4 phases to boxing? And I'm going to let Eric A. Bradley, coach that is, tell you that. And then we're going to bring context around it. You guys ready? Let me know you're ready in the comment boxes. Let me know over here on TikTok in the comment boxes, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Let me know that you are ready in the comment boxes, because Eric A. Bradley, coach that is about to break it down. The 4 phases to boxing.
Why you're having so much trouble learning boxing is because most people only learn in one phase, where there are 4 phases to boxing. Phase 1 is the basics, is when you learn what is essentially required to do this sport. Number 2 is advanced. And this is where you learn the upper echelon of those skills and tactics. But then there's phase 3. This is what you call unconventional boxing. These are the things that are typically frowned upon, like in the peekaboo style, you square up. In the Philly shell, you drop one arm. These are unconventional methods of boxing. Now, number 4 is where this all comes together. Your basics, your advanced teachings, your unconventional styles. This is what we call craft. You've made it your own. If you ever want to get to the upper echelon of boxing on any level, you must learn all 4 phases.
Okay. So let's put context around the phases of boxing, because what was so hard for me when I was learning is every time I learned something, someone else did it different. So I was like, hold it, this ain't right. This is kind of bananas. Why is it that every time I think I know something, someone else comes back and says, well, this is what you're doing? There was a coach Ellis. Special shouts out if you're watching Coach Ellis. He would always try to adjust something that I was doing. And that's old school coaches. So that was my first experience with old school coaches around you when you're a new snotty nosed, wet lip trainer. baby milk on your breath still. And he would always, if I'm doing something, he'd be like, yeah, he'd come by and just touch my arm a little bit more. And I'm like, man, you don't do that when I'm teaching somebody else something. It's just the little isms, right? So what we did is took it from Coach Bradley, and he was already over 50 years of knowledge when I got under that wing. And then Coach Adams was just brilliant. I always thought he was a scientist. Every day, Coach would talk to him on the phone, and he would just be like bananas with just fundamental stuff. And I was like trying to learn all the slick, slippery style boxing stuff, but he was always masterful with that. And I continued to just be negligent and ignorant to what really works in boxing. So everything broke. We decided to break everything down into categories so that there's preface, something that you can preface that's actually in the sport of boxing. And so that's what we did. And then we made sure that there were brackets for it so that you now could really learn it in a way that is easy for you. I see my man Floyd. Special shouts. This young man has the youngest superstar up and coming. What's going on? There you go. Coach, welcome. School of Boxing, top trainer program. We're blooming these individuals. So great guy, working hard, putting in that work with his kids. So what we did is prefaced it. Now, the first thing you're going to learn in boxing, and I learned this over 40 years, is that you're going to learn your basics. Okay? Basics, right? That's what you need to learn in order to actually box. It's just like taking one step after the next, right? The basics. That's phase one. Then phase two is now you're learning the advanced techniques, and these things serve you better in the ring in more difficult situations. Like if a guy is hitting you with a jab really good, you know how to break and create a pivot and create an angle at 45 degrees, take you straight off the line. And now he's going to have more trouble hitting you. He has to reignite itself, and he has to now set the target all over again. And if you understand how to operate the ring and become a ring general, this is where this is uber important, that you learn and then master your advanced teachings. Now, phase three is your unconventional style of boxing, which is where everybody gets confused because there are people at different levels. And when you got people at different levels of the sport of boxing, it doesn't matter. You'll always find the people who are just learning basics, trying to correct people who understand. I'm not using conventional boxing. I'm in the unconventional stage of boxing. You think the Philly shell is conventional? You think the peekaboo is conventional? You think cutie style boxing is conventional? You think rubbernecking is conventional? I didn't see that in my basic boxing guide, right? So this is where it starts to get confusing, and because there are levels and everybody's trying to compartmentalize all of boxing into the same level. And this in phase three is what you call craft in boxing. That's where you have to do different types of things to get a different kind of result. It's where you pull out the abracadabra in your bag. That's why you saw Floyd always moving, Bernard always slippery, Willie Pep, Canelo. You see all of these different tricks. That's not conventional boxing. I never hear anyone on their timeline saying, you're doing it wrong. You know why? Because in your mind, you understand what is necessary to do. And that's the beautiful thing. Now, for those of you who are watching, they're now calling getting ready to make the announcements for the fight. So we probably have a complete 12 minutes before those guys are in the ring, both of them, and getting ready to fight. So until then, I'm going to educate you. So when you watch this segment, you're just not watching a segment. You're learning something serious. That's young girls, young men, older coaches. If you just run gym programs that have competitive boxing or MMA, you need to understand you're not going to find this kind of stuff on the internet. Google anything, you're not going to find it. And what you need in order to box at the highest level is understand what are those levels? What are under those levels? So after you've created this style, peekaboo, slip, these are postures. Now that's your craft, stage 4. You're able to do things that are wrong and win fights. So be careful when you're telling somebody, oh man, you know, you're not supposed to hold your hand there. Oh, you crossing your feet. Muhammad Ali crossed his feet. I've never heard someone say, Ali, cross your feet. Ali crossed his feet. So because you got to learn, you don't know boxing. The fact of the matter is, boxing is a science. You got a better chance of learning the periodic table than learning boxing in your entire lifetime, because you need to understand where the dictionary resides. And here is one of the dictionaries, one of the 30 dictionaries of boxing, right? So now, what are the two type fighters? Because you're going to need to know what are the two type fighters. There are only two type fighters in the world, right? Let me zoom my TikTok in, right? Only two type fighters in the world. No matter how much you try to paint it into what you want, there are only two type. They are input fighter and they're output fighter. And I'm going to play this segment and it's going to break down. Teddy Atlas is going to come in. Stephen A is going to have his little words. Fight Dot is going to break this down. So from now, which will be 4 minutes, you guys get to watch what the two type fighters is. So listen to this. This is Master Boxing's layer. And enjoy this. Don't play. You watching high level stuff here.
You want to determine who will win in a fight unless you understand that there are only two types of fighters in the world.
3 wins each. Never as a professional. Tomorrow night it goes down at Barclays Center, Brooklyn, New York, USA. It's live on the Zone pay-per-view tomorrow night.
And once you understand that, knowing who will win a fight is all about addition and subtraction. That's what I'm about to share with you. You'll be surprised that as difficult as boxing appears to learn, that there are only two type fighters in the world. First, there's an input fighter and an output fighter. The input fighter is someone who collects data. You'll see them as the squirrel, the one that is on the back foot, always receiving, and you will find those individuals operate off of fear. And they also have a very high instinct for survival. Predators that you don't want to corner. That's an input fighter. Output fighter is the person that wants to be on the attack. Mike Tyson in the 80s, George Foreman, people who came after you to club you.
At the end of the day, I'm the best fighter here. I ain't ever gonna be played, and I'm gonna knock him out, and everybody's gonna be cheering. What
you'll find interesting is that Devin Haney here is the input fighter. And so therefore, he'll be the one that collects the data, figures out when it's going to be the proper time to strike, and then he's going to allow himself to just attack where the spots are available. Now, Ryan Garcia is an output fighter. The thing about Ryan Garcia is he likes to attack, but he's also learned that there are benefits. So when you look at his last fight, he's adopted characteristics of an input fighter. He was in trouble here over in this fight. He was finding himself in a situation where the other fighter was as strong as he was. So He ended up learning how to operate off of his back foot, which benefited him well. See, an input fighter operates out of fear. Fear of what's possible to happen, fear of what he's going to allow the opposition to do. So therefore, their instincts heighten. This is a good thing. And now he has experience operating off of his back foot. So you can expect when things get tough that Ryan Garcia is going to make an adjustment, because you can see right here, he was in trouble, but he also figured out, if I draw this guy to me, I'm going to walk him into my power.
Up there, what were you guys saying to each other? I just said, meet me in the fucking center of the ring like you, I gave you your money, you better give me my fucking money. You want that center of the ring, let's fucking do it. Okay.
Now, when you see Devin Haney, he's also picking up other characteristics from the opposing style fighter, the output fighter. But he's found himself in sticky situations when he was up against Lomachenko and Linares. When he fought those guys, he switched up his style and he almost paid the price. He reverted back to who he truly was, and that was the difference in the fight. Be who you are, and that's going to be enough.
Has that gotten you? How much of that has bothered you, gotten under your skin, if anything?
I mean, none of it has gotten under my skin at the end of the day. I'm a true professional. When I get in that ring, I'm going to do my job no matter what, no matter how I feel or what he says. So he can say what he want to say. On Saturday night, I let my hands do the talking.
You did give him a little bit of slap there the other day. What was
He had it coming. He had it coming.
The thing about this is both of these guys have been in the ring with each other 6 times prior. They understand one another's characteristics.
You want that center of the ring, let's fucking do it. Okay, let me ask you, Ryan, what happened this morning? Hey, enough of that funny business. We got to fight tomorrow, man. Fuck.
Who will be able to adapt in those moments to the opposition's natural characteristics and instincts? And this is why this fight is going to be much different than a lot of people think.
This is the most intense face-off I've ever seen.
Input and output fighter. One thing is for sure, you can expect fireworks either way.
There's plenty of evidence that Ryan Garcia is not of sound mind. Did you see the press conference yesterday? I mean, it was just horrible, the things that he was saying. And it's not trash talk. It's crazy talk.
But Teddy, Oscar De La Hoya came on this show just a couple of days ago, and he said he was concerned too.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. He's the promoter. He's the promoter.
Right.
No different than Bob Arum. You ask Bob Arum something about fight, he'll say, yeah, he's better than Muhammad Ali. Yeah, he's better than Roberto Duran. Yeah, he's better than Sugar Ray Robinson. And meanwhile, the guy will go and lose 5 fights straight.
There we go. That is the 2 type fighters in the world, input and output fighters. You can categorize them because it's simple to understand who they are. Let me know who you think is more of an input fighter. And we have my man, Carlos. He said, Ryan is the king of dummies boxing. And you know, that's a take, there's a lot of stuff that goes more against the rules of the unspoken rules. And we all know you don't talk about somebody's mama. You don't talk about someone that's passed away, and you don't talk about being the one to make someone pass away unless someone's breaking into your house and you really going in to do something crazy. But the reality is this. You have to understand that there's a reason why we have to break the fight down so that you understand what you're watching. So when you're looking at the 2 type fighters, I can break the categories down and you'll understand each phase. The input fighter is the person that doesn't make a move until he collects data. That's how he operates. That's his DNA. That's what he is. Anytime he tries to go outside of that, he becomes vulnerable. He's not as much of a savage as he is otherwise, her or him. It doesn't matter. That's why when you got an input fighter, you got to know what you're matching up That's why I'm able to call fights, because I see more and I try to educate those who are around me, because I'm older than 99% of this crowd that's watching, right? I was born in the 60s, just in case you don't know. But the reality is the experience matters. And the output fighter is the guy, the first thing he wants to do. Here's the characteristic of an output fighter. He's strong as hell. He can hit hard. And this person can really crack. This person can really crack. And they want you to feel it. And that's how they learn how to fight. That's one of the main reasons you see Mexican style fighters. They're strong. Now the fight's about to begin. You got the two understandings. Now, who will need to be more of who he is tonight in order to win? We're going to score this thing on a 10-point must system. We're going to score ring generalship. I'm going to score effective aggression, only effective aggression. Because when I call this fight, you're going to truly understand what I'm saying, because I just gave you the breakdown of what is actually going to be happening in that fight. So I'm about to really break this fight down in a way, and I'm going to give you a non-biased breakdown, because a lot of times you can't get that. Now, some of you don't understand boxing, so you just see what you see. So for those individuals, ain't much I can do about that. But what I can do is I can break this fight down. Yeah. So the fight's about to jump off. So I'm about to give you the food, and I want you guys to appreciate exactly what it is you're getting. And what I'm going to do while I do that is I'm going to take a picture of the actual fight. And so I'm going to have to tell my people over here on TikTok to understand that, pause for a second, because I got to take a picture. So you guys at least have a picture up of the fight. Okay. Ryan Garcia comes out, throws a hook that misses. Nice jab by Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, his footwork looks better, and he's throwing feints. Devin Haney is kind of moving backwards, and he's trying to hold his ground, but Ryan appears to be stronger in his stance. He looks confident. His posture is really good, and he's throwing a probing jab. Two combinations, 4 combination piece by Ryan Garcia. Oh, he rocked Devin Haney. Devin Haney's hurt. First round. He ties up Ryan Garcia violently. Oh my gosh, Ryan Garcia is really coming with everything. He's lining Devin Haney up. Devin Haney is buzzed again. Ryan Garcia is coming with the thunder, just like he did in the amateurs. Very solid punching. 1-2 punch. Hook to the body by Ryan Garcia. Right hook to the body, right hook to the head. Uppercut, right hook. This is really happening. Ryan Garcia is really bringing the smoke. This is his best chance, because Devin Haney is taking some real shots. He hit him behind the head a little. Devin Haney now is in the paint, walking towards Ryan Garcia, because he's like, okay, now you've hit, you've thrown. That's a lot of energy that Ryan Garcia dispelled. That's Hagler Hearns kind of stuff. He's coming out, and it looks like Devin is doing something that's very smart. He's pretending to want the smoke, but he's recovering, in which if Ryan has a jab, Devin throws a solid shotgun jab to try to get some of that hurt back, because he knows if you throw that much, you're going to be tired. This is the benefits of becoming and being a master at boxing, because you see everything when you're balling. Jab to the belly by Devin the Dream Haney. Ryan Garcia is now kind of retreating, circling, hands up. Devin Haney looks to have gotten his composure back. He's posturing in the Philly shell. He's posturing in the high guard and back down to the Philly shell. and his jab is out, touching Ryan. Ryan's moving left, moving right. I'd equate Ryan Garcia to Zab Judah in the second half of his career. He was more of a front runner, and a front runner is a person that comes out hard, but at the exact same time, he can knock you out with one punch. And Ryan Garcia has that ability. But he came out to try to get this fight over. Ryan Garcia tries another hook, and I would give that round to Ryan Garcia for the first minute and a half. He had to come out and shoot his shot. The thing about becoming a master boxer, which is why I always try to encourage you guys to become masterful at your boxing, and you don't have to worry about being hurt, because boxing is all about hitting people and not getting hit, and learning how to master the 5 layers of defense. And if you don't know what the 5 layers of defense, go to Master Boxing LLC YouTube, Eric Bradley, and type in 5 layers of defense, and you'll understand more about the 5 layers of defense. Here we go. That's right. That's right, Marlon. Yes, it. Martin, where you watching from, Martin? Yeah, Ryan needs to stay calm. Yeah, well, he burned a lot of energy. I'm just going to tell you what. 10-9, Ryan Garcia, round 1. Devin Haney comes out strong in the second round. I know Bill Haney wants him to get him back. They hit each other in the head in the clinch. This is where the fight starts. The referee, I can't think of his name, is tall. He's not Kenneth Bayless, but it's the tall, other younger referee, African-American, clean head. He's going to get control of the fight. Nice jab by Devin Haney. They both have good jabs. Ryan has stopped throwing it. This is why I tell you, young fighters, stop depending on power. Now, Ryan's flailing hooks and missing, and Devin Haney's landing a shotgun jab. We call that one the bazooka by Ike Corte. For those of you who don't know who Ike Corte is, he's a man that beat De La Hoya up with a jab so bad that De La Hoya had to stay in the hospital, in bed for 2 straight weeks. He couldn't get out of the bed. Oscar is saying this on the internet. You can go Google it. They gave Oscar the fight, but Oscar knew he didn't win that fight. But it was star power, and we'll discuss that directly after the fight. Devin Haney is doing what we call, he's bobbing and weaving, but he's going excessively low. When you're the shorter fighter, get shorter. Remember that, young fighters. Devin Haney is approaching. Now he's what we call stomping. And stomping is a super hard feint that makes the other guy respond and react. Ooh, Devin Haney with the 1-2 punch. It looks like Ryan Garcia is waiting for one punch. High-low jab by Devin Haney. Another stomp feint. Now he changes levels. He comes back to the top and throws another jab. Strong, stiff, demanding, and he's looking like he wants to punish Ryan round by round. You can already tell that this thing is going to kind of go a lot of getting hit by Ryan Garcia. He's going to get hit a lot because Devin is doing a lot of different level changes, a lot of different feints, slip and roll, bob and weave. He's doing everything because he has a total arsenal. And he was trying to tell Ryan, which is I really am bothered by this, because this kid, Ryan, he needs to learn the fundamental of boxing. And the fundamentals is make sure you finish off every technique like you should. That's what I don't like. Now he's doing a nice posture. That posture like Ali used to do. We call that the totem pole. You stick that thing out. He's throwing a hard, wild hook. And this is where your boxing fundamentals program and your process reside. The way you box is systematic. The way you box is calculated. The way you box is all about knowing it's textbook. It's textbook. You guys be thinking, we done made over 300 Golden Glove champion just online. Let me see. Haney is starting to read more. Yeah, he's reading. Definitely, Martin. You're right on that, brother. You're from Texas. Texas got some good boxing programs, amateurs and pros. Haney is starting to take to control. Yeah, I saw the control coming in first round because I understand the fight game. So now it's, 10-9. We give, Garcia the first round and Haney the second round. Easy work the second round. Now they're coming out. Ryan Garcia is walking forward. He's trying to come out behind the guard, high guard. He's trying to hide behind his guard, and he's putting what we call earmuffs. Devin comes over the top with a 1 and a 2, another feint, shoulder feint this time. He giving them different looks. Devin is catching the shots, anything that Ryan throws. Ryan is looking to throw violently every time, which is taking all of his energy away. He's trying to posture in the Philly shell himself. He's throwing a hook off of the jab. It's not really effective because Devin is truly just too good of a defensive fighter to try that. It looks like Canelo versus Floyd. And Garcia is trying so hard. Haney hits him with an up jab in the clinch. Devin Haney is trying to show him that he's as rough. Ryan is looking like he's just looking for one punch. And the referee comes in and stops the craziness because it's getting out of hand. And that's the job of the referee. He has to make sure that there's actual camaraderie going on and respect for the game because it's already a gentleman's game. Danny throws a jab, lands, throws the hook off the jab. The hook kind of misses. He catches with a hook this time. And I just don't understand why Ryan is trying to throw and hit him with one punch because Devin Haney has proven that he got a chin. He's been in there with Linares. He's been in there with Kambosos, who dropped Tio Lopez. He's been in there with Lomachenko. And he hits Devin catches Garcia and rocks him. And Garcia screams just like he did at the weigh-in. And that is the realization that this dude hitting hard. People don't give Haney credit. Jab to the belly by Haney. I'm literally trying to call a shot for Garcia, but he's not throwing punches. He's literally walking around the ring and he's throwing a wild punch every 35 to 45 seconds because he's trying to get energy back. You can't get this energy back. This is why I want you young fighters to understand you need to not learn. You can't learn boxing on Instagram or YouTube because you learning techniques and tips and skills, but you don't have principles behind them. It's just like writing all the answers to the test and then they find out you cheated and they say, all right, we're going to put you in and make you take the test again. And that's basically getting into a fight with a guy who actually knows how to fight and all the stuff you learned doesn't carry any weight. Tell me what you guys think about the fight. For those of you who are also watching, Ryan got his stance back. The earmuffs you talking about, yeah, he did. But all he did was continue to he's in his earmuffs because what now he's trying to do is recapture his energy level and he's trying to find holes. But Devin is a master boxer. So master boxer means someone who's mastered the techniques, he's mastered the skills, and he's mastered the intangibles because in prize fighting, you got to have it all. They're in the clinch at the beginning of the fourth round, and Devin is trying to punch his way out. Right hook to the body and head by Devin Haney. Hook off the jab, right hook, left hook by Garcia. Way to go, Garcia. Way to throw some punches. He's trying his best right now. He's back composed, y'all. For those of you who are pulling for Ryan Garcia, he's back composed. Nice jab, Garcia. Hook off the jab. He's in that Philly shell. But I think what's going to happen is Devin Haney is going to show him why he can't use the Philly shell. Devin Haney did hit him a little bit behind the head. Bad, bad, bad. Don't do that. You could really hurt somebody bad. Prize fighting, there's no room for that. Hit him on the hips, hit him on the inner thigh. Don't hit him in the sack. And it's a lot of money at stake. It's a lot of prestige at stake as well. Devin Haney feints the jab, throws the hook off the jab, lands clean. He's chopping his shots at Ryan Garcia. He's chopping down with his shot. So, that's, if it was the jab, I'd make it very clear that it's the down jab. It's where you slice downward at your opposition. And when you're looking at these kind of guys, Devin is doing a lot of different defensive looks and postures, and that throws off a fighter. So you got to master your defense. You got to learn all 5 layers of defense. Remember, go over, subscribe to YouTube, Master Boxing LLC, and learn the 5 layers, because you're going to need to learn what goes behind that. Now, I don't know where Ryan got this Philly shell from, but it's not really good. Jill, I see you in the crowd. Jill's the vice president of the WBC. She's got her hands like this because I know she definitely supports the fighters, and she wants it to be a really, really good fight. But it is very clear that Ryan Garcia is looking for the big shot. I love when he's doing a stick out. I can't wait for him to play back this, because he's going to know that posture, keeping him at range. If he uses that jab, it's a whole different fight. This is why you got to fall in love with the basics. You got to fall in love with the basics. And I think right now, Devin Haney is going to start back going to the body and taking Ryan's legs. Ryan's bouncing off his back foot, like I said, and he can walk Devin Haney into a punch if he does this. He doesn't have confidence doing it, but he's doing it. He's moving off of his back feet, lateral movement. Now, he was on the record saying he didn't like doing that. But guess what? You got to do that at this level. You can get away with that when you're fighting lower level fighters, but you can't get away with that. You need to fight off of your back feet, and you need to fight lateral, and you need to surrender the pressure. It's just like Bruce Lee said. It's just like water. If someone's bringing the tide, you fold in. If someone's folding in, you bring the tide. You adjust to them like water. Let me see what you're saying. The round that they're in right now, I think we're going into the 6th. I think we're going into the 6th. Derek James is crying to get Ryan to do what's right. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm calling the right round. I want to make sure. It looks like Bill Haney is kind of in round 5 coming up. Man, this fight is nice and slow like I like them. They're coming out. Both of them postured. I think both of them understand there's a whole nother half of this fight. Devin Haney's moving, changing his looks. See, these are things that Ryan needs to understand are the basics of this level of boxing. Your basics that are in the amateurs don't work as your basics here. Ooh, nice combination by Ryan Garcia. Chopping down on Devin Haney. As Devin Haney gets down in his lower posture stance, they have it, the scorecard, 3-1 in Haney's favor. He's bringing the pressure. He's bringing the heat. But Ryan Garcia is doing a couple of good things. If he learns how to keep that posture up and stop falling over, he's flailing with his punches. If he stops flailing with his punches, he can short, crisp, and tight, nice and relaxed. It's so important that he keeps that in mind when he's doing this. Devin Haney is on the prowl. He's placing pressure on him, which exhausts the opposition. His legs go away because he's moving, not because he wants to, because he has to, because Devin has changed levels. Remember, fighter, if you're fighting someone and they're taller than you, your objective is to get lower, have a stronger sense of base, and that's how you approach a longer fighter. And get in his chest, put the pressure directly in his sternum, and walk him down. Beautiful work. Beautiful work. They're both not throwing. They're just giving each other looks. Ryan's in the corner all the way, feinting the hook so he can get out. Now he's back on his back feet. Very good back foot work this time. I think he's tired, and that's making him not be. Oh, he hits Devin Haney with the Muhammad Ali 1-2 and gets a reaction. They're in the clinch. This was good. Nice combination, Ryan. Nice work. That was beautiful. He's back on the move. That's what happens when you get on that back foot. Now, Devin Haney gives him the 1-2 back. They're in the corner clinching. And it's beautiful to clinch every once in a while. Feel how strong your opposition is. Devin Haney throws a hook. Ryan blocks it. Ryan stays on his back feet. And this is what I mean by input-output fighter. Now, Ryan's collecting data and has become the input fighter. The one who actually adopts the other's talent will have more success in the fight. Ryan can turn this fight around. It's an entire fight left. It's an entire fight left. If he learns to stay composed and stay in that posture, this whole fight can turn around. And this is why I always reach out to you coaches and say, listen to what I'm trying to tell you, because it's all about the textbook. Everything that you need to know is in the textbook. If you're operating out of it, everything is second nature to you. Everything is second nature to you, because all you got to do is go right to the pad and say, this is what I need to do. Ryan Garcia could turn this fight around. It could be a Sugar Ray Leonard versus Thomas the Hitman Hearns, 1982 or 1981. Excuse my French. I would never blow a boxing trivia question. Here they go. Round 6. Ryan comes out, controls the center of the ring, throws a nice combination. Devin Haney gets into a posture. If Ryan moves forward, he's not going to do good. If he goes backwards, he'll do better. He's buzzing. Combination. 10-punch combination by Ryan Garcia. Haney catches him. He's going for it. I think Ryan's probably going for it all. I think he's going for it all. He's letting it all go. He must be getting tired. He's learning that. He's in a Philly shell in a bad kind of way. Okay, see, this is where you get away from the fundamentals, because this is what I mean by too much unconventional boxing and not mastering the fundamentals of boxing. And this is where it's very clear that one guy has mastered the fundamentals, the basics, and one guy has just done what he wanted to do. Devin Haney misses huge, like George Foreman in his prime. Save that. Get on your back foot, go lateral, change the look. Ryan Garcia right now is clinching. Referee breaks him apart. Feint by Devin the Dream Haney. Another feint. Lateral movement by Ryan Garcia. Stiff jab to the face. Ryan gets back into the Philly shell. Devin Haney rakes him 3 times to the kidney. 3 times to the kidney. He's punishing him to the body with that shot. On the borderline of being behind the back. But Ryan Garcia doesn't know how to do the Philly shell, so he's giving up his side. And little do you know, he's giving up his entire kidney. Like literally, he's giving up his kidney because he's tilting too far. No one's told him and refined him how to do the Philly shell. If you want that Philly shell learning, break it down to the fundamentals. You got to understand what not to do in the Philly shell style of boxing. And that tilting over, surrendering your kidney is the first thing you're not supposed to do. Tucking your chin properly, making sure you got the cell phone on so you don't get clocked with a left hook to the eardrum. You definitely don't want that smoke. Ryan Garcia's lateral movement. He's laterally moving around the ring. Devin Haney is giving him double feints, left side, right. Remember, there's a multitude of types of feints that you need. How many? In the skills guide, Devin Haney ducks 2 hooks coming from Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is pretty much just moving the whole round, which is smart, because if you don't have an answer, what you have to do is find a different look. You have to find a different mistake. You have to find something to expose. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the corner. Derek James is telling him to throw the 1-2-5 double jab. That's a jab, right hand, and a left uppercut, right? Bam, bam, boom, and then get back to the jab. So what Derek James wants is for Ryan Garcia to throw the 1-2-3 like he did at the beginning of the first round. I mean, of this round, he came right out and threw a 10-punch combination. And Devin Haney looked at him like, that's all you got? Let's go. But that he does not understand how to do this. And I think Sergio Mora, the Philly shell, he gave up his liver. I mean, his kidney. 3 hard. I'm talking dig in shots, because Devin knows this kid doesn't understand the Philly shell, because Derek James won't teach him that. And he's going to use it. So someone needs to make sure he knows how to do it, because he's going to urinate blood tonight. Like, you can't escape it. You can't take shots like that. And when you guys see the replay the next day, tomorrow or later on this evening, you'll understand why you can't take shots like that to the kidney and not bleed. Hook off the jab by Haney. By Ryan Garcia. He throws it again, misses big, throws a straight right hand, lands, throws a right uppercut to follow, misses, throws a hook right hand. He knocks Devin Haney down. He's out. Devin Haney is drunk. Devin Haney is really hurt with 2 minutes to go in the fight, in the round. Devin Haney is truly hurt. He's holding on to Ryan Garcia. He's hurt, Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia, I told you he could turn this fight around if he stayed on his lateral movement. Devin Haney is really, really hurt. Referee calls timeout. They're taking a point from Ryan Garcia. I didn't even see what he did. Devin Haney. Wow, Ryan Garcia. He starts boxing and starts to win. What a knockdown. Not a knockdown this time. Devin Haney goes down, but it's not a knockdown. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is bringing the smoke. Devin Haney is really, really out on his feet. This is a crazy fight tonight. And you can totally give the credit to fighting off of your back foot, using the ring, becoming more of a ring general, having different looks. Wow, Ryan Garcia is bringing the smoke. Devin Haney is trying to get back. He's just looking tacky. This is not he's choking him. Ryan Garcia is bringing it. Devin Haney is drunk in the ring. It's 23 seconds to go. It's 20 seconds. It's a countdown. Devin Haney hasn't survived this round, but at the same time, he was hurt in the first round. He could be hurt in this round. He's getting his legs a little bit back up under him. What a round. Holy smokes. This is a fight. Oh my gosh, I got so many people. Let me see. I see. Is that my Mexican people's popping in? I know you guys are pumped up. This is what it is. All the Garcia fans. Wow, is right. What a freaking fight. He caught him with that hook. He caught him with that hook in a short uppercut. Boom. Oh, he's getting fussed out by Bill Haney. What a war. Oh, Ryan Garcia hit him on the break. This is a good fight. This is a good fight. Ryan Garcia is fighting good. Now that he learned that you can't just walk forward. Now he's trying to walk Haney down. I don't know what Haney's doing when he keeps bending his legs, walk and just getting so low, but leaning. Ryan Garcia is really confident right now. He's walking Haney down. This is exactly Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas Hearns. Up and down, ebbs and flows, 65 to 60, 65, 66. What a fight. What a fight. The confidence is gone. Haney got to walk forward, but what caught him was now what Haney need to do is he need to focus on the body and take the legs away. Body shots by Haney. 2 to the back of that kidney again. 1 to the solar plexus with a hook. And Ryan Garcia looks confident. He's moving again. I guess all of you fighters who want to fight like this style of fighting where all you do is walk forward, you're learning that the most effective way of fighting is knowing how to box when it's time to box and learning how to fight when it's time to fight, but knowing how to know the differentials of both of those. And it looks like Devin Haney is trying to throw for the fences to get a knockdown back. But it's not working because he's not that guy with that kind of power. These guys are balling. Little short right hook to the body by Haney. Haney does not have the same confidence as he did earlier. Even though he's doing some of the same moves, what he needs to do now is learn that the jab will bring you home. The jab will bring you home. Ryan Garcia, if he was throwing the jab as well, he'd been probably at home without the title, but with the victory because he didn't make the weight. So obviously he doesn't get the title, but he doesn't care about no title. He cares about winning, and win, lose, or draw. That moment in the 6th round, 7th round will never go away. That will always be in his highlight reel. And if he did that to Devin Haney, what do you think, fight fans, that Tank would do? And Tank's 10 times more explosive with both hands. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. My man from last night requested me to call this fight, and I hope you guys are enjoying the fight. Haney's rhythm is back. He's got a little rhythm. It's not that good because all it takes is one of those short hooks. He ain't got the legs to eat another one. So it's 4 more full rounds. Well, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Like, of trying to survive the most deadly hook to your chin. Who says that Devin Haney could stay in there with 12 rounds with Tank? Put it in the comment boxes. Let me know. Can Devin Haney hang in there with Tank if Ryan Garcia's literally put him on the canvas 3 times? 1 is official, 2 on the edge, but kind of, just fell down. But he was exhausted and drunk. That's why he couldn't stay up. So if that's Tank, what do you think happens? I'm not vying for either fighter. Obviously, this is a non-biased fight. Devin Haney hits him with a shotgun jab. Ryan Garcia is learning defense is important. Learn the 5 layers of defense. If you don't know it, you better type skills. Devin Haney has to constantly worry about the hook now, whereas before he wasn't really concerned. But I'm telling you, he's taking a lot of shots to the kidney. Ryan Garcia is. Those kidney shots, they don't just go away. I don't know how much he can keep doing that. But he's confident. The referee warns him, come on, don't do. I don't know if I like the officiating that great, though. I think the dude's calling too much of a, this is a super fight. I wouldn't want to be the guy who got in the way too much. And he's breaking them again. That's fine. But there's a point in time where the guys are in a fight. And I don't think I'm paying $70 to see the referee break them up. This is a barn burner. This is a classic. This might end up being fight of the year. Devin Haney comes in with the muscle. He's pushing Ryan against the ropes. And Ryan's just basically setting it up. He's setting up that hook again. Half step back, crack. He's catching him with that hook. Make sure you guys give me some gifts over here on TikTok. Don't think I'll turn this off. Devin Haney pushes him to the corner, throws the hook. Let me see some gifts or I'm shutting this off. I don't have to do this. I'm over here. Hit me something. If I don't hear something in 60 seconds, I'm out of here. Haney is pressing, but Ryan Garcia is doing masterful footwork on his back feet. Haney is hitting him directly to the kidney 5 straight times. Why is he letting him hit him to the kidney that much? And he's going crazy with the right hooks. Ryan Garcia is letting his hands go. He's letting his hands flow. He threw 4 straight right hands, uppercut over the top, slightly threw a hook in it. I think Ryan's trying to figure out how to block that Philly shell, use the Philly shell in a way. He's trying to use the Philly shell in a way that he doesn't get hit with that body shot. He's exposing his his kidneys too much. And your boy is truly, let me see. These people over here think I'm playing. Yeah, they think it's a game. Y'all boys is lazy over here. I'm turning this off. I don't see nothing coming through. I'm just focused on my people. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, Devin Haney is trying to come back on, but that shot. Wow, he was hitting him with 4 straight shots to the side of the back. That one was behind the back. You got to call it Harvey, Doc. That's Harvey, y'all. That's what I'm saying. You got to call that. You can't. All right. Something's happened. Harvey stopped him in the middle of the ring. Oh, I guess it's some water. This is real stuff. This is the round 10 championship rounds. The last 3 rounds. You guys let me know exactly what you're thinking. What you're thinking about this fight. What you're thinking about the fight. Do you wish you would have had it? The score, 86 to 83. They got it scored for Haney, but it's not official. This is whatever you... Oh, out! Devin Haney's down again with a 1-2-3-2. He is drunk with a whole 2 minutes to go. Every time he's getting knocked down at the beginning of the round. So he has to fend for the whole round. Ryan Garcia, game 7. This is it. He has him stumble. Haney's not off of his back foot enough. He can't take. Haney cannot literally take Ryan Garcia's punch, right hand or the left hook. The referee is breaking them up again. Harvey Doc is looking like you're giving Haney time to rest. I'm not just saying that. I'm just saying that's what it's looking like. Haney's hitting him to the body again. Haney's hitting him to the body again. Everybody can stop talking crazy. Garcia came in here to bring it. Haney pushes him back. Haney's going to lose this fight if he does not clearly win the next 2 rounds convincingly like crazy. But Ryan Garcia has proven tonight that he came to fight, and that Devin Haney can't take his power. And Devin Haney, he rocked him with a left hook off the jab. He stumbles him. He's dizzy. Ryan Garcia's raking him to the head over and over again. Devin Haney is getting moved around the ring by Ryan Garcia. He's dazed. He's drunk. He's totally out on his feet. What a magnificent performance by Ryan. King Ryan Garcia. He deserves his medal tonight because he is bringing the absolute smoke to Devin Haney. And he's in the Philly shell again. I'm going to call it the Philly turtle shell because I don't know if he's got this thing down. But every time he puts it on, after it, within 25 seconds, he rocks Haney again. He must be really talking to Floyd. He must be really talking to Floyd. The failure is because he's getting in the box and the elbow's supposed to be on the hip, but he's leaning like this. So his elbow is too high. So he's giving Haney this much liver and this much kidney to hit. So it's so many other points. It's 7 points to the Philly shell. If you don't know him, type legend and go up there and learn. It ain't on sale. But if you want to learn it, it's so many different things about the Philly shell that you got to know. You can't just go in there, look at YouTube and say, I got it. But Devin Haney, I can't look at one fight and say another fight is going to be the same, but special, unique, different. This dude. All right, 11th round. I know Bill Haney is sick right now. Devin Haney's double the hook off. He's coming out with a double hook. He needs to be circling to his right. But if Ryan Garcia really masters how to use the Philly shell, but he has a coach that don't teach it. So it's going to be hard to master something where your coach don't teach it. So he's learning on the internet. He's catching it. He's catching Ryan, but he can't hurt Ryan. Like, really, he can't hurt Ryan to the face. That's a problem at this level. And he's talking about going up to fight Crawford and Boots Ennis. I think Devin Haney got a little ahead of himself, but that's what happens when ego kicks into your boxing game. I always try to make it clear to you guys. He's going to knock Devin Haney out. He just caught him with another one of those hooks. Devin Haney is out on his feet. And Ryan Garcia is playing with him. You never fight a guy after he doesn't make weight. Go back to Diego Corrales, Castillo too. You never fight a guy if he doesn't make weight. That was one of the points I wanted to make to all of you guys, because the guy's going to not have that same level of depletion. You never do that. If the dude don't make weight, don't fight him. You just going to have to, put it in the contract that if you don't make weight, he pays you money, so you get some money for the fight. if y'all don't fight, but never do that because now it's showing up. Even though he hurt him early, but it's showing up that Ryan needed that. Ryan might be a good at welterweight, but if he hits Devin, good night. Devin Haney is down again, and you can believe he's gone. He's gone. Ryan Garcia is going to have won this fight against Devin the Dream Haney in spectacular fashion. For some reason, they keep going in and under the rope. Yeah, he needs to stay away from Tank. Beautiful, beautiful display of boxing, not punching, but boxing by Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is trying to get him out of there. He doesn't want to even go to the scorecards. Devin Haney is getting dominated in the second half of the fight. And that is what happens when you understand you can't just throw punches at a guy. You got to have ring generalship. Ryan Garcia tonight is King Ryan Garcia. He's shown that he knows how to use the ring. He will win this fight, barring something crazy happening. 3 knockdowns, has put him down 5 times, but 3 of them are official and dazed them 9, 10 times. This is a super fight. And this commentary better go down in history. And for those of you, he hit him with a 3-piece combination. Uppercut, hook, hook, hook. Beautiful combination. 1, 2. Eyes rolling in the back of his head. Garcia said he was going to take him out. He's taking him out. He's going to finish him. If he puts that combination together on him again, Devin Haney's not going to remember any of this. Just so you guys know, he's fighting on autopilot. And anybody who bet on Ryan Garcia is about to make the bag happen. Devin Haney is in the shell in the middle of the ring, walking towards Haney. Haney walking towards Garcia. Garcia is trying to finish him with a combination. If I was Haney, I'd just say face, and I'd just say, I need to tie this dude up, and I just need to make it to the end because this dude is setting him up. Ryan Garcia is understanding distance better than Devin Haney is tonight. And that's what the unique thing is. He understands distance better. It's just about styles matchups, knowing the 2 type fighters and adopting more of his normal behaviors than he's adopting yours. So Ryan Garcia is an output fighter and has adopted more characteristics from the input fighter, which came into play in a magnificent way. He's back in that weird Philly turtle shell. What a magnificent fight this has been. Well worth the money. Devin Haney's throwing hard shots that are absolutely doing nothing. Absolutely doing. Let's go. This fight right here. Tell me what you guys are thinking right now. Did you even see this happening? Ryan Garcia is throwing combinations. They're in a clinch. Devin Haney's head is up under the armpit. It's 50 seconds to go in the fight. 12th round. Unless there's going to be some kind of Babe Ruth miracle calling the knockout home run, this fight is King Ryan Garcia's with 35 seconds to go. Ryan is on his bicycle moving. He's trying to set the knockout out off of his back feet. I told you guys could go back to the other telecast where I said if he ever masters this, these other guys are going to be in serious trouble. He's playing around with Devin Haney. He's doing some Ali tactics. He's doing some Sugar Ray stuff. He's playing around with the shoulder jerk. He's playing around with the shoulder jerk. He's playing around just like Sugar Ray Leonard did Marvin Hagler. He's licking his tongue out at Devin Haney. Game over. Ryan Garcia just beat Devin the Dream Haney. If the referees don't do something absolutely astronomically crazy, this fight, this is a shock in boxing if there's never been one. He dominated the second half of this fight. That's what being in the ring with a fighter 6 times, 7th time now. He's hugging Bill Haney and Devin Haney, and Bill Haney's ego is somewhere in his shoe. It wasn't even close. They cannot make this fight close, because I think that Haney may have won one of the rounds in the second half of the fight. He may have won the 6th. I don't know. But when I biasly or non-biasly called this fight, I said what was happening only. Evander Holyfield and all of those guys are just smirking. How crazy is that? Let me know. Let me see. Let me see what one of my guys. You're gonna do a morning show for the Inouye and Neely or on May 6th? Yeah, we'll definitely do one. We'll definitely do one. Barring that the fans demand it. Let me see. Let me see. Thank you for tip. I'm already on the program, learning from it and applying it in the gym. I hope to come and one day train. I mean, I can't see it's so far away. Spots to learn firsthand. I'm in Mexico. What would you recommend? Oh, what, learning the Philly shell? If you want to learn the Philly shell, if you're in the program, just go ahead and order or get into Champions University, Philly shell, peekaboo, all of that stuff, 12 stages of boxing, everything that you'll need to know in boxing to fight at this level. The actual understanding, all you got to do is go to masterboxingllc.com and go to Champions University. That's my recommendation. Bernard Hopkins is in the ring, making sure that there's love. Derek James and King Ryan Garcia are hugging. Bernard Hopkins is. Let's hear the decision. Oh my gosh, Max DeLuca scored the fight even. Y'all tweet to him, Max DeLuca. King Ryan won by majority decision. That was crazy. That was craziness. Max DeLuca, y'all go to Twitter right now and bomb him. This is craziness. Crazy. Ryan Garcia is the champion at 140. And I don't think in no world could Devin Haney beat him. I don't even think that was Ryan's best performance. I think he dominate him and stop him in the next fight fast. That's not the matchup that needs to run back. If they do it, it'll be for the money. But they don't. That was a clear unanimous decision. One-sided fight in the second half. Ryan Garcia just beat Devin the Dream Haney. And a lot of you guys got to realize that this game ain't about just what you're trying to do. And if you haven't subscribed to us, you better subscribe over here on YouTube. But the fight game isn't about just boxing. You got to learn how to become an actual entity in the sport as well. As I spoke this week, because you won't get any money. You won't get on a fight card if you don't do this. And this is the last segment of this. If you don't understand how to build who you are and become more popular, I'm in the numbers game. If you're in front of me, you're fixing your numbers. You got low following, you're fixing your numbers. You making low money, you're fixing your numbers. That's what I do. I consult you on how to get your numbers right. And I was on a call conversations with, the CMO of Triller TV, formerly Fight TV. And this is what she said about knowing how to fight and market yourself. Hold on, this is Ryan. Ryan is like, y'all really thought I was crazy? God did. God thought I could do anything through him because God is. For those of you,
ask some people like, hey, will you do a liner for us or tag and promote, that we're on Fight this Saturday or whatever. That the guys that make all the money will say yes. I can get Jake Paul to do something. We can get KSI to do something for us. Yeah. We can do all these people who are making money. But then you ask some guy lower on the card, will you do this for me? And then they never get around to it. And it's like, there's a reason why you're not moving ahead.
And so that's what's going on. I don't care how much skill you got. If you don't know how to make people want to see you, it doesn't matter. So you can train and get all the skills you want in the world. None of it's going to work if you don't have a promoter that wants you on the fight card because you actually bring value. And remember this, as long as you live.
They're boxers. Yeah. They're boxers. I'm a box office. Yeah. There's a difference.
If you want to become box office, the number one thing you need to do is to grow your audience and then create an emotional connection. Boom.
That's it. You got to grow your audience. You got to create an emotional connection. You can't just grow it for nothing. You got to create emotional connection. And that's important. And that's what I want you all to see. I want you guys to make sure that you leave a comment and let me know what you thought about this fight commentary tonight. If you had a good time, if it was good for you, if you want to see it again, make sure no matter what you do, you leave a comment so I know who really is about this life and want to learn boxing the right way. I appreciate you, man. The feed is crazy tonight. I'm going to have to screen record this so I can see it because sometimes it goes away, especially my YouTube. But Ryan showed out at New York tonight. It's something about New York City. Madison Square Garden. Look at that screen. Man, there was a lot of you guys on this thing tonight. Good God, I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourself. And with that being said, if some of you need help, just know where you can find us, masterboxingllc.com. And we appreciate everything that you guys are doing for the support and that's it. Continue to follow The Business of Boxing, Eric A. Bradley Live. Before you go, we want you to understand that we produce this show for entrepreneurs in the business of combat to have full comprehension of the business side of things so that they can level up their game. And the compound effect of that is that you're going to multiply the level of success that you have. And I hope you understand that your success is not a dream, it's a destiny. So whatever you do, don't miss out on the next episode of this wisdom and insight. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you click the bells for notification. And let's keep grinding towards greatness together. Until next time, keep hustling and keep winning. I'm out. Boom.
Hey, I said, where my money, man?